Hi, hello, and welcome to Quantum Healing Hands Tarot. Today we are going to look at a message all about your next adventure in life. So, if you already know which pile you want just from looking, the timestamps are already down below in the description box. If you need a little bit more help, we can get started with some breathing. So, I always like to start with 3 deep breaths. All right, so now that we're nice and relaxed, we can look at the piles. So the 4 piles we have here are themed with spring, summer, fall, and winter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I thought that would be a nice little way to divide it up. You can pick from which season you like, what season your birthday's in, just whichever one your instinct is telling you. So if you need a little bit of a closer look, I'll show you right now. So we have this cute little Bambi springtime with the bunnies and the flowers. And then for summer, we got the 2 puppies eating a sundae on the beach. Are those diamonds? No, those are sunglasses. For fall time, I have these 2 gorgeous leopards, and I chose this one because nightfall comes very early in the fall, at least in the northern hemisphere. And then winter time, I have the husky, penguin, and polar bear with the auroras. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So go ahead and pick your pile. All the timestamps are down below. If you need a little bit more time, you can pause it, but usually I go with my instincts. The technique I use is I close my eyes and I ask my instinct what pile to pick, and I will very commonly see a number in my mind's eye as if I was looking at a light and I closed my eyes and that shape's still there. So that's how I do it. I always suggest just going your instinct because honestly, that's the one that's going to be honest with you, the first one. So click the timestamp down below and I'll meet you there. Hi, Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to bring you this reading all about your next adventure. So you chose the springtime sticker with the deer and the rainbow. So we'll see how this plays out for your reading at the end. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so the first question I asked just up front is, what is your next adventure? So I think this next phase you're coming into, not even next phase, the next adventure is, I think, everything that you have been kind of cooking up and the balance that you have been working on creating. I think you're going to finally start seeing some sort of chemical reaction. And I think you've been waiting a long time, very patiently, to get to this place of seeing results. It's like you've learned that you have to be, I'll say it again, patient to, like they say, a watch pot never boils. So I feel like the next adventure you're on is the pot's going to start boiling. I'm curious if with the sign of Sagittarius, if this is something that is going to kind of take place in the time of Sagittarius, which is closer to the end of the year. But I feel like all that work you've been putting in of gaining knowledge and has been manifesting into what you're creating. I think I'm really excited for you because everything you've been working on is finally coming to fruition, and that's exciting. But it's kind of this clash of the new you is coming in, so you're adapting and you're evolving, and you're going to really see this new you coming to life. It's like the winter's finally over, and you're actually seeing all of the work that was being done underground in the winter. And you knew patiently, you're like, nope, I know winter is going to end, and I know spring comes, and when spring comes, all the flowers bloom. So your next adventure is just fully coming into what you have been creating. So I wanted to know, though, what was the catalyst to this adventure? What has sparked the need for this adventure to begin? Well, when the Seven of Shells is reversed, this is just kind of, this is saying that you were in a place where you just, you weren't feeling fulfilled. I feel like the words they're using is confusion, feeling trapped, and lost dreams. So I feel like you probably had gotten to a place in your life where, like, the lobster's always going to make me think of Friends. And so it's like maybe you missed out on a relationship or something that you meant a lot to you didn't work out. And so the catalyst of starting to create the need for a new adventure is you had to kind of reflect on what was important to you. And when you don't know what you want, anxiety is very high. And I think you just had to ask yourself what was important to you. What did you want to see in your life? Because I think whatever it was you were working for, the way you were living your life before, had to change. It's better. This should actually go like this, because this is what happened before. So this is where you're coming into. And that makes more sense to me now. So it's like before, the pot wasn't boiling, and you probably threw a few extra ingredients in there that didn't need to be in there. And once you finally just learned to sit back and relax and trust, all of a sudden everything started to work. And so that's what you're coming into now. And you're coming out of this time where you just had a lot of anxiety and worry about what you were doing. So you had to kind of like slow down and be like, well, let's figure out what it is I'm actually trying to make here. You know, throwing in sweet and then spicy. And you're like, what flavor of food are we cooking here? You know, it can work together, and it will. I think you're just finally going to start to smell the food cooking, and it's going to be exciting. So I wanted to know, though, what is something to look out for? Kind of like the bad guys in a situation. Well, just don't be afraid of what you don't know is coming. Because the best part of life is when surprises work out in our favor. They're not always going to, but you also can't focus so much on things just not working out for you. You have to start looking towards how things can work out for you for good. So just the things to look out for are a lack of planning and a lack of progress. And if it's kind of saying if things aren't moving forward, don't just throw your hands up in the air and give up. Because I think you've come a lot further than you know. And this next adventure is like the next chapter of your life. And when these cards are in this position, it's kind of just suggesting just kind of make a vision board or just write down what would be your wildest dreams of coming true, just so you know where you're going. Because I think the food is being created, but now you have to know what to do with it. It's like when people plant a lot of fruit trees and then all of a sudden they have so much fruit to give to friends and family. Like, you just have to know what you're doing with what you're creating. And that won't be as complicated if you can kind of take a step back. So there is saying that there's kind of a situation you may be in that is not working anymore. And so just pay attention to that when those thoughts repeatedly are coming up to you. If you aren't happy at a job or in a marriage or with a friendship or just even in the way you are living out your life, it's vital to acknowledge that, because the next adventure you're going on is, because this hasn't happened yet. This is also just what to look out for. Again, this is kind of like, ooh, watch out. So when worry and anxiety is taking over because you don't know what to do, it's important to actually sit down and reflect on what you want to do. Because I see you have been cooking up something. And just know that you've been doing it long enough that I can only imagine how long it would take something this large to actually get boiling. So you may have been doing this for so long and think it's not going to, but it is. It's working. Ooh, I wanted to know who will be joining you on this adventure. So the two things I'm getting is that on this adventure you're about to go on, you're actually going to be really supported by your close community. Like if you're married or have a close-knit family. But this also talks about things like literally like the gods they used to worship and the homes of elves. Because when this card came out, I saw like a very elemental energy. But the elementals of pardon, the creatures that you can't see. So I feel like you're going to have a lot of support from nature and mystical creatures amongst your very close family. But the Valkyries also make me think that your direct ancestors are with you. Someone who passed very recently. So this is a very tight-knit adventure you're going on. This is not like with the world. This is not a public thing. The adventure you're going on is really figuring out where you want to go. And I think you have your ancestors speaking to you and guiding you, along with your loved ones and your partner. But if you live somewhere where you can go out and be like at the ocean or in the forest, just somewhere where you can commune with nature, I think you'll be very inspired on where to go. The final question I asked was, what is your outcome for this adventure? So I really see that you're going to be moving forward fast. And I think once, I feel like that kind of made me, I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but don't remember where I was saying it, so maybe not. But once this starts to boil, you are going to start moving very quickly. So once everything that you once had no idea about, you were in a place at one time when you literally had no idea what you were doing. You just were mixing potions and asking the universe for what you wanted, and literally just like sitting there like, oh, is it ever gonna come my way? Like, I hope, I dream. And I think all of a sudden everything is going to come together, and it's going to inspire you, and you're going to have such a strength moving forward. I think you are going to have the right people beside you that are actually going to really help you prevent any sort of mishaps or misfire, because this is a very quick card. This is somebody who actually is like out to succeed no matter what. And so that's a good thing, but you do need people either watching your back then, because you have potential to make a lot of mistakes. But I don't feel like you're going to, because I feel like you've been preparing for this for a long time. Like, this owl to me is very strongly presented here of like, you have the wisdom to move forward, and you have your angels speaking to you on where to go. Like, you it's like Ratatouille, of like giving you the ingredients of what to do, and you just have to trust that it's all happening. So I think I wanted to grab some letters. I think those are fun. Zumba. That'd be really funny if you just like signed up for some Zumba classes. Let me see. I want to find a good quantum healing code for you real quick. I think this one's very appropriate. So, this quantum healing code is for spiritual winter to break into a glorious spring in one's personal growth. So I think that is so perfectly connected to your spring card. And, you know, maybe if you don't know what Zumba is, it is a fantastic way to lose weight and get in shape and just be healthy. I did like one Zumba class with a friend, like at home with like a tape. It kicked my ass, and you're just literally dancing back and forth. So, okay, this quantum healing code, so sorry, it's 3 individual numbers. Spaces are very important, but it works as one code. If you don't know what a quantum healing code is, it works like the placebo effect, in the way that if you believe in it, it works. So write this number down and know that if you've kind of been feeling in a fog or a winter, that the spring is about to blossom, and you are about to figure out exactly who you are and how fast to move forward. And the only thing to watch out for is a lack of planning, or really beating yourself down when you have a lack of progress, because all steps forward are progress. So that is your quantum healing code, pile 1. That's your reading. I hope you were able to find something to inspire you and help you move forward on your next adventure in life. I'm really excited for you. So, Pile One, thank you so much for joining me. It's always such an honor. I absolutely appreciate you being here. And if you like this video, I'd love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's an absolute honor every time I get a new subscriber. So, thank you for being here. I hope to see you in the future, and have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to tell you this whole reading all about your next adventure. So you chose the Summertime Pups, who are eating a delicious looking sundae, and so we'll look at what this could possibly be related to at the end. It's right there. So let's get started on your reading. So the first card is, what is your next adventure? So I really like this card because I'm just seeing like the next adventure you're going on is just total self-control and willpower of like, you are in this, like literally you're in the driver's seat, and this could literally be this time can be, what's the word, signaled and started by a road trip, literally. And I just see you coming into this new phase of ownership, of maybe you've been kind of like, I see Cameron in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off when he's like sitting in the car waiting, not waiting, trying to figure out whether to go. And it's rough, but eventually he goes. And I kind of feel like you are about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Maybe a little Ferris Bueller's Day Off style, but you're gonna just really see that you have control over your life in a way I don't think you thought before. So you're gonna be, something is going to be sparked, whether it's going to start with a road trip or you're going to go somewhere. But you have a real big adventure coming soon. So the next question I asked was, what is the catalyst to your next adventure? Like, what happened to start this? So you've definitely been hanging in suspension of a waiting period. And so this is what's actually coming before this. Let's move these down, because these are the catalysts. So, but you've been in a waiting period, and I think everything you've been learning in this time has led you to getting in that driver's seat. I think you've been really reflecting on your past and everything you've been going through. And now you're like, okay, I'm ready. No, I'm ready. I can do this. Yeah, you've been kind of in a state of meditation, of literally just like meditating on the future that you wanted. And it's coming straight to you. So you've been, the Seven of Acorns reversed is like, you've been exhausted from the past situations you've been in. And it's kind of like, maybe you had gotten to a point where you thought, you know, a dream was never going to come true or something was never going to happen. And you're finally seeing that I think it's kind of that thing of you didn't realize you have control because you're the one with the keys. So you've been in sort of a patient meditation towards something. So there's something you've been wanting for a long time. Like, I'm kind of, what I'm seeing with this in relation so far is it's like when you're in the middle of winter and let's say you're a summer person, all you're going to want and dream about is summer, but it's like, but you had to be patient. And so I feel like you've been fantasizing about like, ooh, I want to sit on the beach. We're going to go to the spot, our favorite spot, and we're going to split a delicious sundae. Like, you have been patiently dreaming about that and telling yourself that, like, winter's going to pass. And I think that's the adventure that's starting, because this is the catalyst to what started this. I think you have a very strong inner voice. 10 of shells. So this could definitely be inspired from a family situation, because the 10 of shells is the 10 of cups. And that is just all about like a beautiful, happy family and happily ever after. So maybe you've been just patiently waiting for a happily ever after. And it looks like you're taking control of that completely. So it's just take care of the ones that you love, and you have nothing but good times ahead. And I feel like it's that mentality alone that got you through the dark night. And now you're like, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's head out. I think you've just always had a very strong inner voice, and even kind of like a wild spirit. I feel like you lived your life and did all the things that you wanted to do. And so this new adventure is very new. I feel like you've been kind of like working up the courage for a long time, but because you've always had a different perspective on things, and you always made sure that you didn't let those shadows cloud your self-confidence, and you knew that you had a bright, beautiful future ahead of you. You have such a strength, and I'm so excited for you. So next I asked, what is something to look out for? I think it's important to just remember that because this is escapism and this is taking on too much. So it's just saying here, like, with whatever you're about to embark on, this adventure, this is not a small adventure. You are off to actually do something really big. And I think a huge portion of you know that. So I think this kind of warning is more of just a reminder of, like, when things get really hard and you're taking on a lot, just find a way to always remember what made you want to get to this point. Because I feel like you have been in a very, like, literally a standstill for a long time. And this next phase you're going into is a lot more. Like, I just see Rachel with, the baby. Like, you're taking on something completely next level. So it's just saying to keep an eye out for when you become very overwhelmed of the life you've walked away from and what you've taken on. So, like I said, I think a big portion of you already know that, but like I just heard in my head, like, don't wait for summer and then get to summer and then forget to put on sunscreen and then be like, oh, I burned. Ugh, why did I think I love summer? I hate summer. It's like, no, you just need to prepare for all events ahead. And I think everything will be a lot easier and smooth sailing. So I wanted to know who is joining you on this adventure. So you're going to be passing along knowledge on this adventure. I feel like you're going to be imparting wisdom on somebody of something that you just life. And I feel like on this next adventure that you're on of like taking control of things, you're really going to actually be able to, the ones that are with you, you are going to be able to impart your knowledge and wisdom. And I think you're going to be really excited to do that. I think you're kind of looking forward to being a mentor and kind of sharing what you've learned in life. Like, yeah, the number 6 is coming to me, whether it's like 6 people or like I am getting the energy of just like a family unit. So all like kanaz is kind of a word that represents like kinship, and like kin is usually like family. So I think this is something you're doing with family. And usually when you go to the beach and stuff in the summer, that's a lot of times with your family. But yeah, the people that are coming on this next adventure with you are people you're imparting your wisdom upon. So the last card is, what is the outcome for this adventure? Wow. Yay. Happiness. Literally 9 of Cups is the wish fulfilled. So, and I love that because that comes right after the 8 of Cups. So it's just saying like, just be aware, yes, you're walking away from one life and walking into another. And that's why this is a next big adventure. I don't think this is just you going to the beach. I think this is something really big. And so getting the 9 of Cups as your outcome is just like, and the 10 of Cups being what like drove you to be this empowered individual. Like, I'm really excited for you, pile 2. Let me get you some letters. KPU. I feel like that means something. Puck is the name of, or it reminds me of the word punk. Puck is from, I think, Midsummer's Night Dream. So, or puke. So, punk, puke, puck, whatever these mean to you. It could be, cup. K, up, K. Okay. I don't usually change them around that much, but so. Let me find you a quantum healing code. I think I got the right one for you. Let me check it out. Hold on. Yeah, I know you're already going to, but I wanted to give you this quantum healing code. So this is the code to experience happily ever happily ever after. So I just think that's what you're going for, and that's what you're going after, and you're going to make it. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, it works very much like the placebo effect. If you believe in it, it works. So I don't think I explained this to the last pile, but I do these quite often. Anyway, so quantum healing codes are connected to how the universe we live in is literally mental. It basically breaks down to numbers and codes. And so when you write down these numbers, they basically activate that part of life. So if you want to try this out, it's 3 individual numbers. So the spaces are very important, but it's written as one code. So this is just to help you experience happily ever after, your personal one, and in couples if desired for who are both in the couple. So write that down. Let me know how that goes. I hope these letters meant something to you. I feel like you're gonna really experience a great summer. This is a timeless reading, so whatever you're going for, you're gonna have a great summer. And I'm looking forward to it for you. So pile 2, thank you so much for joining me. It's always such an honor. If you like this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's just an absolute blessing every time I get a new subscriber. So I hope to see you in the future, and have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to tell you all about the next adventure you're about to go on. So you chose the autumn season of the 2 leopards looking adorable and sitting under a nice night sky. I don't know about you, but I love when the season starts to change, and like as you see, it's still green leaves here, so it's like right in at the beginning of fall time and summer. So we'll look more at that at the end, but let's find out about your next adventure. So, ooh, you got 2 cards. Your next adventure. So you're about to go through some really big change, and it's all going to work out for you in your favor. So if this is like a court case or something like that, it's all going to work out in favor for you. But yeah, you have a major life change coming in, and there's nothing to be worried about, because like I said, the Justice card being here is letting you know, like, whatever major change is coming, it's working out in your favor. Yeah, it's something to do with external forces that are going to be affecting what is happening in your life. So let's find out more about this. The next one was, what is the catalyst? So what sparked this? So something is happening that, because this is the Death card, so it's like some major transition is happening that is causing, so this kind of makes sense. I'm very curious on what this could be about for you, because this is just saying, like, you've gone through a huge change, whether it's a divorce or just a spiritual rebirth. You are a brand new person. This is a whole new you emerging. And because of it, it's sparked a lot of change and upheaval, and probably a lot of people aren't happy with it, because whoever you were before, I feel like people wanted to maybe take advantage of, and that can't happen anymore, because justice is going to be served for you. But yeah, something has happened that is like permanent. Something really big happened that caused this need for this revelation. Like either you're just going through a huge personal awakening and like everything in your life is staying the same. And so it's going to kind of seem like you're just literally flipping the table up over with all the food on it after having a peaceful dinner with everybody. Like no one's going to understand it but you. So I wanted to know what's something to look out for. So it is saying just don't be too emotionally attached right now to whatever's going on, because you kind of have to keep a cool head right now. And don't feel stuck, because sometimes what we don't see is like when plants are in hibernation, we think they're dead, but they're not. It's just not their time and their season. And so this is just saying like, don't stress about feeling stuck. Like, don't feel like, oh no, everything is like, this is not an easy reading at all. If you are going through a huge life change and all this tower energy, you could really be feeling very emotional right now. And so I understand that. And it's just kind of giving a suggestion though of like, remain emotionally detached right now. So with the Justice card here and the King of Swords, it is saying you might need some legal advice right now. And that's always a good suggestion. Or just be alert to whatever's happening, that I think you just need to have all your ducks in a row, all your T's crossed, and your I's dotted. And it's just saying, like, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, like, just don't get kind of caught up in boredom right now, because I think you're kind of in the middle of something that it would be really easy to lay down and pull the blankets over your head and like draw the blinds and like not answer phone calls. And it's kind of suggesting to like have a little bit more control over yourself than that. So let's find out who's coming with you on this adventure. So I literally am getting like the vision of just like your dog, like your kids, your immediate family is probably along the ride with you for this. And it's whoever was kind of left over after this situation took place. Like, I feel like you may have lost some friends or family after whatever happened. And so the ones who are remaining are the ones who are going with you on this adventure. So, look to those ones for support and help, because they're there for that. And then I wanted to know the outcome of your situation. So after all of this, like, literally this is kind of saying like you're going to get a payout for whatever you're going through with this. So just stay level-headed, because in the end, you're going to be able to look at all you've accomplished. You're going to be able to look at all of your successes. You're going to have a real good grasp on things. I think after this adventure is over, you're going to kind of get to look at the work you've put in. And I think you're going to actually see that you have, like I said, if this is a spiritual adventure, you're going to like really be proud of yourself and all you've accomplished. If this is a, actual legal matter, everything's going to work out for you. And you're going to be able to reflect very happily and calmly on the situation. Yeah, you're going to totally end up achieving your goals on track, on time. So I'm going to give you some letters. Oh, the B and H. In Tacoma, there's a store. It was like this, like a strip, like an old strip mall where they had all different stores. This also reminds me of like Benihana, Banana Ha, Hannah Banana, NBH, no big heel. So we're gonna go with the B and H. Or is it the B and A? That's so funny. I'll have to find out. But so those are your letters. Let me find a good quantum healing code for you. So this one, I don't know if I've ever used this one before. So this is a quantum healing code that, let's see, to ease in adapting to what is new and to embrace change and welcome it. Because I see that you have a lot of change going on right now, and all we can do is hope that it is an easy change. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, it works like the placebo effect in the way if you believe in it, it works. So the universe we live in is actually mental and kind of basically like a computer broken down into numbers. And so when you write down these numbers, it's 3 individual numbers. The spaces are very important. It works. And so this is going to help you welcome in the new change that's coming, because sometimes it can be scary, and this will help. So check that out. Pile 3, I see whatever you're going into, this major change you've gone through, it's all going to work out for you. And you have the ones who are closest to you are not going to betray you. They're on your side, or the ones who are still on your side are going to remain on your side. So, yeah, I think that's it, pile 3. Just know, I just hear it's always darkest before the dawn. That's what's coming to me for the sticker. So pile 3, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you liked it, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. That lets me know the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It is an absolute honor, and I appreciate every single one of you who subscribes. So I hope to see you in the future, and have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to tell you all about your next big adventure. So you chose the winter sticker of the puppy, the husky, the penguin, and the polar bear with the auroras. Oh, absolutely gorgeous, darling. So we'll look at that throughout the reading and at the end and kind of see how it all plays in. So let's look at what your adventure is. Ooh. Spoiler, you got a couple at the end. All right, so the next adventure, your next big adventure. I mean, honestly, how exciting. Like, your next big adventure is like so bright, like fun and success and like all the goodness that you have probably been praying and wishing for. And I'm just so excited for you that your next adventure is the sun, which is positivity, and just everything you've been probably hoping for and wishing for is finally happening for you. Oh, the sunflower. I chose a sunflower today because, I don't know, when I was just thinking adventure, it just made me think of bright and yellow, and so that's pretty cool. Let's find out what was the catalyst that made this adventure start. Well, for starters, you definitely have had like, the sun and the sun. Wow. So you have been so strong in who you are and what you're doing. And like, I love the King of Feathers, which is the King of Swords, because he's all about logic and justice. Like, he'll give you an impartial advice. Like, he's not trying to sway anyone, he's just honest. And I feel like that honesty has put you in a really good place. And it's definitely what has inspired this next adventure of just happiness, success, warmth. Yeah, you've just been kind of a fearless communicator, and that includes you speaking to the universe of what you want and not holding back. Like, actually saying, I hear you actually saying, like, universe, I'm ready. Universe, this is what I want. And being grateful at the same time. You're not like acting like a baby about it. You're acting like a mature, intelligent, logical person who knows that if you're grateful for what you have, you'll get more. And you're going to. Literally, your thoughts are energy. And I think you have really mastered that. So you're coming into this period of like full manifestation of everything that you have wanted. And maybe everything you've wanted includes this sort of enjoyable life. Just that very childlike energy. Yeah, everything you have been determined towards receiving, you're getting. Harmony. So, because of this place you've been in of like security and power, you are gonna come into this time of just beauty and warmth, and the sun is shining on you, and you're getting everything you've ever wanted. Ever. What's next? This is what to look out for. So, just up front, don't block any emotions that you have going forward on this next adventure. So I feel like you're going to really be facing a lot. Whatever this adventure is going to be kind of re-triggering a lot of things. And so you've been very logical for a very long time, but whatever this next adventure is more emotional. And so it's just saying, like, watch out for that. I think you've been kind of on this emotional roller coaster. Or I think what it's saying is to look out for future emotional roller coasters. So just continue to stay in this place that got you to this greatness. And just breathe and know that life has its ups and downs. So just be careful that with whatever this next adventure is, you're protecting your emotional health. Because I think you've been so logical for so long that maybe you have kind of forgotten, like whatever this new change is going to bring up a lot, and just be aware of it. So I wanted to know who will be joining you on this next adventure. Wow, look at all the sun. You know, I was feeling like this had something to do with a child, because the sun card also has a child on it, but it didn't feel like a baby per se. But this is all about like a new project being born. And it literally was written, it was a rune that was written on the doors of like women who were having babies. So I think, yeah, there's something to do with maybe your next adventure has to do with having a baby. And this is going to be a period of trust, and the people that are going to be with you are going to be able to kind of keep a secret. And I think that's going to be really important. So the people that are coming with you are the family you can trust. You know how they kind of say, like, when a woman is pregnant, how to not announce it right away because there's a period of time that's very, what's the word? More fragile. So the beginning of this project is a little bit more fragile right now. This next adventure you're going on. So let's find out what your outcome is. So yeah, you're going to have you're going to come back to the mental clarity that you have had. So whatever stress and emotional time you're going to be going through, you will get to that point of understanding everything again. And also, the Ace of Swords is about victory. So whatever this project is that you are that is very emotional, you're going to work through it. Yeah, you're taking on something kind of exciting. And I really see that, you've been in this King of Feathers, this like mental stability place. And now I see you going into the King of Wands is all about like a natural born leader. Like you are taking the reins and moving forward on something. And it's happening quickly. So this is happening very soon. Very, very soon. And I feel like you're prepared for it. I feel like this is something you have been kind of looking out for. And oh, I love it. This is literally, this word means adventure. Or this card, a word to describe it is adventure. And that's how I see it. I see you've been like, I feel like you have been in a state of meditation, and like this is just what's coming to me. Like you've been in a state of meditation where you envisioned the map. And so now that you have the map written down from your meditations, I feel like you're ready to go. And it's like, it's a secret map because it's leading to treasure. So so there's something that you're walking away from that I think took a lot of effort to get there. And you're walking away from this past of what is it? You're walking away from whatever it was that was trying to block out your light, because you have 3 suns here. Like there is something. I'm just trying to really gather what I'm seeing here. So if your next adventure is just happiness and beauty, you're obviously able to experience that because you've walked away from something that wasn't working. And you're going to, because you've been in this mental clarity, whatever it is you were seeking after, you're going to succeed. And it's just always having, and I think you would know to be aware of kind of overwhelming blocked emotions, because you have been in a state of logic and justice for so long. Like you actually like to look at a whole situation rather than just how you're feeling. And so, yeah, you're walking away from the crap that doesn't work, and you're going to start this really exciting new adventure. You're planting the seed for something, and from something small, something big will grow. So whatever it is you're planting the seed for right now, the sun is on your side for all of it. So let's grab some letters for you and see what they say. Snacks. That's so funny. My cat's name is Snacks. And so, and my previous cat, he's passed away, his name was Max. And so that's how I would write their name, was SNAX. Snacks. Or Lil Nas X. That's what we're gonna do. I think you're just really gonna be coming into your own. I think you are yeah, there's just something you're really coming into. Next season. Curious what these letters are going to mean for you, but yeah, I like snacks. So, oh, and I found a quantum healing code for you. So, which one is it? So this is for the future to arrive with blessings for your life experience and something you wish to arrive. So if you don't know what a quantum healing code is, it works like the placebo effect. If you believe in it, it works. It's 3 individual numbers, so the spaces are very important, but it's written as one code because if you don't know it, our universe is basically like a computer and it breaks down into numbers. So when you write down these numbers, it kind of activates that aspect of life. So go ahead and check out those numbers. Let me know how they work for you. I see that you are coming into such a rewarding time, and there was not really anything too scary ahead. You're kind of like a really solid person who knows what you're doing. Like, I feel like you're somebody who, like I just heard recently how when people used to trek to, I think not necessarily, yeah, so like to the Arctic Circle, which is if the adventurers who would make friends with the locals knew that you couldn't drink the top layer of salt, the top layer of ice, because it contained too much salt. So they knew. So I feel like that you are on an adventure and you have all the knowledge you need. So, you know, even if you get to a point where you don't see refuge for miles and miles, just know that the adventure you're on is taking you to the sunny success that you have always wanted. So I feel like you are on an adventure, walking away from something from your past that I don't think this is random. I think you've been planning this for a really long time. So pile 4, that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you liked it, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and join me on this adventure. I'm really excited for you, and I have full faith in everything that you're doing because the cards say it. So I hope to see you in the future, and have a great day.